my experience at TED was I used to run a lot of events for UBS. I was at Wall Street, and I used to scour like TED to find and YouTube to find good TED Talks that might be good for our clients and events, et cetera. So, and what I noticed was they were all very polished. So my question, I'm sure there's like a whole process of taking what you're good at, what you want to talk about, and to fit what they think you're good at and what they want to talk about. So what was that like? What's that process?
Yeah, so I had a big advantage in that I'd already given a talk that had led them to invite me.
Yeah.
And so I knew what they wanted me to talk about.
You weren't like an author with a good book and they're hoping you can give a good speech on it, something like that.
Yeah, so
you did have a good book.
There was something specific, but one of the interesting points was that when I spoke, it was at a house salon, and so there were no visuals. It was me just talking, and I was...
interesting.
And so now the question was, okay, what are the slides going to look like? Now, to their credit, probably, they do not start with, send us your deck. What they start with is, send us your script.
You write it out.
Yes. And so I had never actually written out a script word for word. Certainly, I'd never written out a script word for word that was meant to be 10 minutes long. And so I had to go through that work. And their attitude about the slides is, look, we're not going to have you make the slides until we're comfortable with the script, because we might edit your script or have comments.
That's nice of them somewhat.
Yeah,
There's nothing worse than making it like a really detailed, complex slide.
Yeah, and then having them toss it. So and by the way, the other thing, their credit. So I spoke in April. They start writing you for the script in either December or January. So there's like a run up where they're after you for this stuff months in advance. And then we sent the script, and then they said okay, and then they have a coach that they assign to you who then has you read the script with them, and then after the script, then they say okay, send the slides, and then you do another run through with the script and the slides, and then they schedule a dress rehearsal between you and TED personnel that are not your coach to give you the real, I guess the real feedback.
So let me back up one step. When you say I read the script to them, do you like read it like you were performing it, like you were, or did you just they read it, you read it, and you just talked it through?
Read it like I was performing.
Oh wow!
And then,
it's like
and
do
then
your talk
took,
right now.
Yeah, just do the talk. No, they said you can read it, so it wasn't like a memorization thing. And when you give the actual talk, there's no teleprompter.
So you got to know that.
And so most people, memorize it more or less. So there were some light accommodations. They said, hey, if you want, we can have certain words pop up on the screen when like certain slides come up, but that's not that helpful, honestly.
Yeah. You're good at this too. I mean, you were a professional speaker.
And I will say, like there was part of me, because I've done a lot of these types of things where I ordinarily would not have gone through all these steps myself, honestly. If you were to say, hey, you give a talk in April, I'd be like, all right, I'll see you like the day before.
Yeah. Well, you're a pro though. You're speaking a lot.
I mean, all the time. Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. Please do hit like and subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be notified every time a new episode drops. Thank you.